Okay, here we go. Hello, Internet. I'm GrimCygnus, and this is kind of my first official broadcast stream. I guess, first and foremost, I am sick today, unfortunately. Got a little bit of a cold, I'm guessing, so if you hear me cough, clear my throat, I may have to blow my nose a little bit. I'll try to do most of that off stream, or at least off the camera. So you don't have to look at it, but you may hear it. So just bear that in mind. I might not be as upbeat, high energy, but luckily we're playing a pretty cool game today that doesn't really need a ton of energy because it kind of does most of the entertaining itself. There you go, clearing the throat. First, I'll show you what we're playing today. Make sure, yeah, looks like everything's working well. So, we're playing Shivers. It's fantastic. The first time I ever played this game, when did this game come out? 1995. Yeah. So I played this game when I was a young teenager, probably in middle school-ish. And so I guess it's been between 15 to 20 years ago that I played this game. And it's just fantastic. It's one of the only point-and-click games that have really ever been able to capture my interest, because they kind of get kind of boring. But this one's great. The puzzles are pretty complex, and they can be really hard at times. Sometimes they go really quick. But as you can see here, the game, I bought it off of GOG Galaxy. Not an advertisement, that's just where I got it. It's GOG is a great place to go if you want to get those old games like this one. This is by Sierra Activision, called Shivers. It is normally $5.99 and is on sale for 20% off right now, $4.79. Totally worth it. I mean, even if you only play it for an hour or two, that's your money's worth right there. So, yeah, I think that's basically it. The game's going to pretty much explain itself, so I'm not really going to say too much more about what it is. Let's just go ahead and get started. Hopefully the sound sounds good. That's probably going to be an ongoing struggle as I get used to streaming. Yeah, so we'll just see how it is. If anybody has any comments, just let me know. All right, let's see. Oh, I did try this earlier, and so there is a pre-save from before, just to make sure everything was working. I've been really wanting to play this game, and I've been wanting to try out streaming, so I figured why not try both of these at the same time. I'm not sure if there's an audience out there for it, but I really like the game, so maybe somebody else will. All right, blah, blah, blah. Let's get into it. Play. Sierra. I love the intro. Fantastic. Shivers. Look at those old school graphics. Hopefully I'm not going to be covering up too much of the game. We're probably going to have these black borders on the game the entire time since it is really old school. They didn't really have widescreen monitors back in the day, I guess. New game! I tried typing in...
Type in your name.
I'll try to shut up for those, sorry. I've tried typing in GrimCygnus earlier and it's just too long, so this time we're just going to be Grim for a Grim game. Actually... Grimcig? Let's do Grimcig. Yeah. Because I think I can only get to the U, right? Oh, it's so close. Or the N. Alright, that's good enough. I know there's already a Grim out there, so Grimcig for GrimCygnus. We'll turn autosave off. I'll save it manually. Let's do this. You guys ready for a movie?
This stair was kind of your idea, you know.
But I'm glad I'm me out here and not you in there.
I think I've heard those same loving words before. Like the time you guys dared me to spend the night at that cemetery. Oh. You know, if you die in the museum tonight, I'll make sure she gives a eulogy at your funeral. We never would have made you spend the night here if you hadn't talked about this place so much.
Yeah, we thought you'd been kind of, well, obsessed, thinking you hearing voices and stuff coming from the museum and all. Too weird for me.
Great acting.
Hey, you know, maybe they're the voices of those kids who disappeared 15 years ago.
Right, the police never found the bodies. Or the killer.
Yeah, and my sister, you know Julie, the one in college, says Professor Windlenut went insane. He viciously murdered them and then buried their bodies in the basement of the museum.
Uh-huh.
Well, what if he's hiding in that creepy museum right now, just waiting for another victim?
Yeah, and the ghosts of his victims are calling out, warning you.
Ring, ring. Hello? I think it's for you.
That was just a dog howling.
There was something more than that.
Well, I didn't hear anything. I think this place is just getting us all spooked.
Are you sure you want to go through with this? You could back out at any time.
But of course, if you did, you'd probably never live down the chicken jumps.
That's true.
You'll be all right. Come on, I don't want to be late for the movie. We'll be back at dawn to let you out.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Later.
Bye-bye. What great friends. I guess I'm the fifth wheel. Lucky me. See ya. In your 5-pixel car. All right, here we go. Again, point and click. Looks like everything's looking okay. If you see me looking over here, I got a preview. I'm just making sure the stream, the recording is looking okay. This is it. Here we go. We got a little eyeball. I'm not sure what that does yet. This little green, I think, is my life. And then the rest of this you'll kind of see comes into play. This is the menu. We'll go ahead and save our first one. GrimCyg. Save and play. Okay. Okay, better. From Whitney and Son, London, England, for Sir Hubert Windlenot, Museum of the Strange and Unusual. Okay. Dear Hubert, the firm of Whitney and Son, what is that? Limited, has handled the legal and financial affairs of the Windlenots for 256 years. Holy crap. Always in a discreet and trustworthy manner. In the tradition of Whitney and Son, James, my eldest, will continue serving you when I retire from the firm in a fortnight. I think that's 2 weeks. I think fortnight. I don't know. He and Joffrey often played together as children, so I'm sure you remember him. James and I were pleased to attend Joffrey's wedding in London last April, and were surprised not to see you there. The Countess responded quite bitterly when asked about you. I tried to smooth things over by making a sizable financial endowment to the happy couple on your behalf. Wow. It puzzles your family and old friends as to why we have not heard from you for over 4 years. For over 4 years, period. But we assume the museum keeps you busy. I will not bother you further. However, in my absence, if the firm fails to live up to your expectations, let me know personally. Okay, there you go. Your servant and friend. Blah, blah, blah. Great. That's great. Okay. 29. Our first clue. Cool. Alright. Okay. Professor Wendell Nuts. Nice. Clever. Museum of the Strange and Unusual. This way. You won't believe your eyes. The pixels are so bad. Okay, here we go. Get some nice graffiti. I'm gonna try and look around as much as possible so I don't miss anything. Okay. Nice face. Cool. Ooh. Alright. A little screaming weird thingy. Let's go up here. More graffiti. Okay. This is a very orange staircase. More awesome graffiti. Excellent. Glad there's a lot of artists in this town. Is there something on the floor? Whoa! I guess not. Here's the gate. Okay. I guess this is the door.
Welcome to Professor Windelknot's Museum of the Strange and Unusual. Unfortunately, the museum is still preparing exhibits and hopes you will visit when we open sometime in the near future.
I love this game. Okay. Off we go. Front door's locked. Fine. Be that way. Let's go this way. So the museum's not open. That's fine. There's that weird thing again. Making my way downstairs. Anything back here? No, just same sign. Can I do anything with the rest of this? Can't click the lock. You can just leave right now. Get some new friends. Okay. Let's go this way. Look up. Okay. Symbols. Great. More symbols. Okay. Oh, how nice. Okay. I was gonna try and sit, but another symbol. Great. This is backwards? Holy crap. What was that, though? More symbols. Okay. Already starting off running. It's great. So we had, if you remember, so far we got 29, and then we got a bunch of symbols. Weird screamy face thing. Shh, cricket. Screamy face thing. Shell. Weird swirlies. Whatever. Let's keep going. Okay. Can't go any further this way. Let's check out the gazebo that we see back here. There we go. Numbers. Well, we already know one number, right? Hell yeah. Alright. Move stuff around. Okay. Gear matches the thingy. Oh, this isn't gonna be good though. I think I already messed up. Black, black. White, white. Okay. Did we just get on the front? Alright, see that? Yeah. This game's gonna go quick. For anybody that didn't see that, basically just matched up black cogs onto the black peg, white cogs onto the white pegs, and I think I just got lucky with that first shot. Yeah. Here we go. Can we move across now? Hell yeah. More symbols. Okay. Oh. Okay. we just saw that thing. Okay, alright. Okay. Yes. Orange Steps had the weird screamy face. Crap, there it was. Okay. I'm not sure about that guy. Weird swirlies with the super white. I do remember the green shell. They had the... circle. I haven't seen this one yet. I know that's that. It was the green shell, orange screamy, and that. Is that the right color? Let's try it there, yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. I did play this like maybe 15 years ago or something like that. So some of this may come back and I may get these puzzles a little quicker than I should. But yeah, so that was just matching up the colors and the symbols that we've seen outside. The puzzles will get much, much harder, so don't worry. If you want to see somebody stumped, it'll happen. Okay. Lights on. Ominous underground tunnel. Nothing wrong here. It's been safe. Okay. GrimCyg. Save and play. Here we go. Long tunnel that way. Wait, what? That's the way I just came, right? Okay. Hold on. Yeah. Long tunnel that way. Long tunnel that way. When they say if you're ever stuck in a maze, to pick a side and hug it. Usually go with the left. So let's go left. Missing anything right now. Okay. That's the way we're supposed to go. Okay. That's where we just came from. Okay, cool. So we didn't miss anything. Doot, doot, doot. Click, 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 click. Sure, let's go deeper, because, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Nothing that way. Sure is a lot of walking. Okay. Nothing. Ooh. Okay. Hieroglyphics. Birds. More bird, more vulture. Okay. I guess this is water. What the hell is that? Okay, squiggle. Okay. Holy crap. Tried to introduce monotheistic worship of the god Aten unsuccessfully into Egypt and began its downfall. Son of Queen Tai, whatever. Amen Hotep. Changed his name and caused the name Amen to be chiseled out of all the monuments. Huh. That's weird. Okay, cool. Nefertiti. Mother of 6 daughters. Holy crap. I'm not going to read all these out loud right now. Well, screw it. Cleopatra ruled during the period after Egypt was conquered by Alexander the Great and before the Roman conquest. Okay. She's got birds and crap. Lady T, wife of Amen Hetep, mother of Amenhotep IV, was the commoner married by a pharaoh. Serenferu, first ruler of the 4th dynasty, built the Bent Pyramid and the Red Pyramid. Simti, also known as Hesepti. Okay. Holy crap. Is there a bunch of this? Tutankhamun, okay. Tutankhamun, okay. Okay. Wow, okay. North, south, east, west. Okay. North, pretty simple. South has the compass. West is a flame. East is a foot. And this is torn out. If the relics. If the relics. Okay. Okay. Now I think the game... Let me save real quick. I'm pretty sure the game saves that kind of stuff.
Care to refresh your memory?
Wow. I hope I didn't miss anything. Okay, great. Great. Okay, good. And then we got that. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. What? No. Play. Okay. Squiggle. Dead dude. Is that it? I saw that. Can I search his pockets? Can I steal from him? Okay, I guess I have no choice but to ride the scary boat. Scary boat. Cool. That wasn't helpful. Let's try the other one. No? Yes? No? Oh, okay. What am I doing? Oh. Okay. Okay. So maybe this side works now? Oh, okay. I love the music in this game. Okay, we move forward. I will say, what I remember from my first playthrough, which I guess is a little bit of a spoiler, there are creatures in this game, and when you get near them, they make weird sounds, and they're kind of elemental. I think that's the sound of one of them. So when you're close to one, you have to be super careful what you click on. I don't think I'm gonna click on anything right now. That looks interesting. I'm not gonna click on that right now. Did it get me? It did get me. Oh my god. That's a bummer. There you go. There's a little life off. Son of a gun. Well, so much for what I was just saying. I guess he got me anyways. Loser. I think that was the water one. Did you like the graphics? Okay. Out of the boat. Stupid water thingy. Stupid. Okay. Can I do anything else? Can I go this way? No? Yeah? No? Okay. Let's go up here. Anything? Ooh.
Ah! 15 long years in this prison. You, get out. Do not meddle in things beyond your understanding. You will pay for your curiosity. You are in grave danger. They are so evil. Already some of your life essence has been stolen. I was too old, not fast enough. The Ixupi are so evil. It is imperative to find all the vessels, because it seems only when they are united with their talismans do they have any power. My plan was to use them on the Ixupi before any more of them escape into the world. I believe they cannot resist the vessels as long as they're with the talismans and you approach directly. This vessel here is of no use to you, however. Its Ixupi is the one who robbed me of my essence, and he has escaped into the world.
Great.
And they've ruined my museum!
Huh. Actually scratched 15 in there. Ixupi. If you didn't hear that, Ixupi. And what did he say? He was gonna use the Omni Ixupi? Okay, so I can't use this thing. Already getting off to a banging start. Okay. Why not? Wow. Safe. Cool. I think we're done with the boat. I think we've done everything here. Okay. Love the music. Nope. Trying to look at the walls and stuff. It's pretty normal right now. Freaking long. Ooh. Now the professor was the spirit. So who the hell is controlling the camera? Oh, okay. Can't do anything with the doors. That's not how dice work. Okay. Oh. So I gotta line these guys up. 1. That guy moves 2. He moves 2 every time? Okay. You don't move. You move 2. You move 1. 1. Okay. Oh shit. So which way do you line them up? Can't be this way, so I could try this way, or this way, or this way. Can I move this guy? Ooh. Is that helpful? No, that doesn't help me at all. Just got a little happy line of soldiers here. Okay. So vertical doesn't work. Let's try diagonal. I can't move you. Okay. Okay. But now I can't move you. I can't move you down. How do I get there? Okay. Oh. Ah. Yes. Hey. You see nothing. You see nothing but your impending doom. Okay. Just a fun little elevator. Up arrow, down arrow. Can I go down? No. Let's go up. Black level. Wood. Black. Oh. Okay. I think that's the elevator puzzle. I don't want to go back down. Okay. So just straight on into the room. Just double checking. Just want to make sure that I'm not missing anything. Okay. Right. Time to look around. Must explore. That was a little weird symbol that he had kind of made. Expedition forms to search for Atlantis. Okay. Bimini? AP. The lost city of Atlantis may yet be found if Dr. John Poyomo and Sir Hubert T. Windlenot have their way. Well, I'm just going to call him Dr. P, because that's a ridiculous name. Poyomo. Whatever. Dr. P maintains that the Bimini Island is the western tip of the much larger continent of Atlantis that once covered the entire area known as the Bermuda Triangle. Cool. Previous research has been focused on the west side of the island where marble columns and an underwater road have been discovered. Okay. Sir Hubert Windlenot, second son of Sir William Windlenot, Earl of Runcorn, is funding the new expedition. Now residing in the United States, Professor Windlenot, as he now prefers to be called, has funded many archaeological expeditions and will soon be opening a museum to house the artifacts he's collected. The museum seeks to explain not only the mystery of Atlantis, but many other unexplained mysteries Sir Windlenot explained. That's pretty cool. Okay. Can I do anything else with this map? Wanna ride the boat? Atlantis solved. Must explore. Okay. Oh, we got... Oh, these are coordinates. 2075? I'm gonna have to start getting a notepad. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get a notepad real quick. 1 second. Hold that thought. Get a pencil? Yeah. I'll just use this thing. I've kind of already used this for a little bit of other stuff. Yeah, just made a mess. Awesome. Memo? That's awesome. It's showing up as black, but it's actually green. That's pretty cool. Okay. Oops. I don't need to bang on the table. I don't have one of those extended arms for my microphone just yet, so you're gonna hear me touch the table every single time, most likely, unfortunately. So, map of Atlantis, or map for Atlantis. Oops. What was the coordinates? I don't know how they're red, so we're just gonna go. We're just gonna say 2075. We'll do it like this. Terrible handwriting, I know. 2075. Should have been a doctor with that type of handwriting, but I'm not patient enough. Okay, off we go. Books, 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 more books. Okay. Here's the stupid boat that we rode in on. Nothing to click on the desk. No. I can't look at the boat? Fine. Oh, of course. Okay. So, I'm sure the desk is going to do... Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and explore the desk. I can't go any further behind the desk, so let's just see. Phone has been snipped. That's awesome. A little obvious snipping it there instead of cutting it, like, outside the museum. A couple books you can't do anything with. Can I mess with this before? Ooh.
30th of September 1980. Returning from Africa, I discovered something profoundly disturbing. Someone has been here. Furniture has been tipped over. And the book, Egyptian Hieroglyphics Explained, not in its place in the library, but face down here on the office floor. And oddly, one of the pages is torn out. And I feel the presence of... I'm not sure. I must investigate the second floor. The puzzles. When I created them, I never stopped to think they would be an obstacle in the event of some terrible occurrence. The Ixupi. Someone has released them from their vessels. Never has anything been so evil. A name written in the lift. Merrick. Who is he? One of the missing youngsters? Here in my museum? If so, are they both here? Can they still be alive? Evil entities attacking from everywhere, robbing me of my life essence. I can't seem to find the right vessel for each Ixupi. Without it, they can't be captured. Without it, I am doomed. Get back! Get out of my museum! Oh, I wish I never brought you here.
Wow. Four rewinds. Is that right? Does it just keep rewinding?
30th of September 1980. Returning from Africa, I discovered something profoundly disturbing. Someone has been here. Furniture has been tipped over.
Okay. Stop it!
And the book...
Okay, so you can just press rewind and it just goes to the beginning. Alright. Okay, so Exupi again. Stealing life essence. I think you mentioned the vessels again. And the hieroglyphics, which we saw earlier. Go ahead, save. GrimCygnus save!
Care to refresh your memory?
Oh, weird. You can check out the ghosting. Okay, so this is significant somehow. That specifically. If I'm gonna say relics. Okay. And that weird squiggle. I'm not gonna draw the weird squiggle since we got it in that flashback. Onward, friends! Onward! Okay. Scrapbook. Whoa! How long is this? Okay. There's a lot to read. Here we go. Windlenot does it again. Sir Hubert Windlenot has asked to withdraw his name from the Royal Society. The latest request by the Society was prompted by Windlenot's presentation of a griffin found in a tar pit in Turkey. Sir John S. Brown, president of the Society, made the following statement. Sir Hubert Windlenot is infamous in the 20th century for his capacity to embrace even the tallest of tales as proof of his own theories. This so-called griffin was fabricated from a pterodactyl and a saber-toothed tiger and a raptor, all found conveniently in the same pit. Pterodactyl, saber-toothed tiger, and raptor, all found conveniently in the same pit. He is a charlatan, not an archaeologist, and should not be considered one. You will remember, dear reader, that the only last year Windlenot funded a major exhibition to search for the entrance to the subterranean world and tried to prove that Stonehenge was built by space aliens. This writer admits that Windlenot's theories sound a bit far-fetched, but I, for one, hope he continues his research. That's pretty cool. Pterodactyl, saber-toothed tiger, and a raptor. And he's really good at taking pictures, too. God. These are so stupid. Museum groundbreaking held Saturday. Oh, okay. Mount Pleasant Mayor Jim Wilton and the President of the Chamber of Commerce Bob Taylor assists Sir Hubert Windlenot in the groundbreaking of Professor Windlenot's Museum of the Strange and Unusual, scheduled to open in the spring of 1961. Windlenot's Museum opening. Oh wow, 1964, 70, 75. Who the hell knows? Nice. Museum of Broken Dreams. When Sir Hubert Windlenot appeared in Mount Pleasant 11 years ago, he brought a breath of fresh air to the tired college town. After teaching just one semester at the college, he took on the title of professor and announced to the world that he would build a museum that would bring the wonders of the world to our little town. Our hopes soared. This meant new jobs during the construction of the museum and surge of tourism to boost the economy. Our hopes soon died, however, when the professor announced that only outside contractors would be used to keep the secrets of the museum from being exposed. Then, just yesterday, he announced that the museum, which already 5 years overdue, would require at least another 3 years to complete. I, for one, am tired of having my hopes and dreams for a better Mount Pleasant dashed on the rocks of Professor Windlenot's museum. I believe it will never open. 1970. Here's this goofball. Geoffrey Windlenot, son of the absent Sir Hubert T. Windlenot and Lady Mary Elizabeth Windlenot, will be attending Oxford in the fall. The Windlenots have not only attended Oxford for 7 generations, but have been generous benefactors as well. Geoffrey will follow in his grandfather's footsteps, Sir William Windlenot, Earl of the Runcorn, and study banking, hoping to work for the family firm upon graduation. Oxford. 7 generations going to Oxford, but they're also big benefactors, so I wonder how much this plays into them going to Oxford for every single generation. Okay. Hopefully this is towards the end. Artifacts sold. The personal possessions of Siegfried Schwartz, who died 23 years ago, were sold yesterday to Sir Hubert Windlenot, who offered and paid an undisclosed amount for the entire collection. Officials said that he was interested in never-resolved rumors surrounding the mysterious death of Mr. Schwartz. When questioned, the buyer said, "I believe his demise is related to the pottery vessels that I hope are still included among his possessions. These vessels have reportedly been linked to the deaths of several individuals, each found shriveled and mummified. I am interested in the vessels from an archaeological viewpoint, however. Sir Windlenot plans to exhibit the vessels in a museum he has founded." 1977. Okay. Drawer. Okay. Can't do anything with that. Pencil? Stapler? Clock? No? Okay. This one. Ooh, what's this? May 14th, 1972. My dear Hubert, I want to thank you for resigning from the Royal Society and avoiding the shame of being publicly dismissed. While our friends have not forgotten how you embarrassed us, they at least have the courtesy to refrain from mentioning your indiscretions in public. Had the Griffin been your only lapse, I think Sir Brown would have dismissed it, but you were constantly presenting things like curses of tombs, a mummified cyclops, proof of life in outer space, and a unicorn. I know you felt slighted by your colleagues, and that was why you left England, but Hubert, your reputation is that of a trickster, not a scientist. I'm worried that our son might not be accepted into proper social circles, which brings me to the point of this letter. It would be better for Geoffrey if you ceased all communications with him. His future is far too important to risk jeopardizing it with dreams of a father digging up some myth from a desert tomb. I trust that you will do the honorable thing and leave Geoffrey alone while you play with your museum. With regards, Mary Elizabeth Windlenot. Damn. So he got obsessed, and his wife left him, said never to talk to his son. Harsh. Ooh. And a bolt. Boop. Ooh, the eye opened. Oh. Okay. Okay. So I think that's one of the vessel things. Okay, I think we're done here. Can I just look at these papers? No. Changing the music. Oh! My dearest Geoffrey, this is 1980. I was deeply gratified to receive your letter. After 8 years, I was afraid you would never forgive me. Your letter, however, gave me hope that I might once again be part of your life. You may not be aware of this, but your mother felt at best that I distanced myself from you. She was perhaps correct. When I first dreamed of the museum, you were to be a... What? You were to be a... Oh, here we go. You were to be a part of it. 20 years have passed, and it is still incomplete. I do feel, however, with the Siegfried Schwartz acquisition and an upcoming trip to Zimbabwe, my collection will be complete. Please come view the museum and tell me what you think. Yours is the one opinion I treasure most of all. That's nice. Okay, so his son showed up. That's cool. There's that. Oh, what is... Is this the boy who been following me? Teenager's missing. Okay, so it just talks about missing people. 75 cents. Okay. Cool. Dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. I'm not liking that sound. I'm gonna leave all of this crap alone. Look at that. No. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and save. Wow! So again, the last time we were attacked, the last time, and the only time we were attacked, we heard, like, rushing water, when we were in the boat. And then we got attacked by that Exupi and lost our little sliver of life. Now we have another sound near the fireplace, and I'm gonna leave that the hell alone. Okay, so to the right of the fireplace. Whoa! I can't click any of this stuff. Okay, let's look like. Ooh. Bones, nice. Can I look down? No, look up. Okay, we'll go this way. Possible basilisk. Look at all these numbers. Bone fragments found. Okay. I can't look to my left. It'll just turn me all the way around. So that symbol right there means I do a complete 180. And if I do that, that's just like a 90-degree turn. And then the little claw thing, that little trident pushes forward, it just goes forward. Missing a axe. That's not foreboding at all. And the hammer was put back wrong. It looks like the wrench, one of the wrenches is out of place too. Okay. Oh, okay. Bones. I'm trying to click on the bones and it's not doing anything right now. Bones, okay. Bones. Hopefully nothing freaking jumps out at me. Bones. Okay. Did that do anything? Oh. I think I remember this puzzle. I think you gotta pull out the shelves that correspond with the basilisk head. Let's do that. And I'll keep exploring this room in just a second. Okay. So, this is gonna be a quick note. Let's see. 241. 109. 342A. 65B. 490. 147. Basilisk bones. Terrible handwriting. Probably spelled basilisk wrong. Okay. Let's see. These tools are weird too. Let's concentrate on one thing at a time though. Alright. So 241, great. 109, great. 342A. Okay. 65B. Okay. 490. Okay. 147. No? $241. There. 109. 342. 342A. 65B. 490. Where's 490? There. 147. There. Okay. Maybe I'm missing something. Everything close? Yeah. What if I do the opposite? What if I do everything but those? So 65B is 1. 241 is 1. Yeah? Yeah. That's not 1. 458 is not 1. 249 is not 1. 147? That is 1. 109 is 1. 299? Not 1. 490? Yeah. 189? No. 342A? Yeah. Oh shit! Hell. Oh. What? Okay. Oh crap. Now I'm gonna have to keep track of where these things are. I'd love to take down that water piece of crap. I wonder if that's the water symbol. I don't know what the bowl is. Excuse me. For anybody tuning in right now, we're playing Shivers. Just started a little bit ago, and I am feeling a little sick today, but I really wanted to play this game, so here I am. Okay, so... Let's start a new page. And we'll do... vessel locations? Oops. I don't even know how to spell vessel. Locations. So there's top and bottom. So we'll go bottom. Water? Question mark? And this is in the workshop. Okay. I may have to reorganize these things later, but terrible handwriting. I know. Okay. I don't know if to leave this or that one yet. So I'm just gonna leave that there, I guess. Cool though. Another puzzle down. Okay. So I can't mess with any of these. Obviously these are out of place. Clicking everywhere, can't mess with anything. Okay. Can't mess with any of these. Ooh, okay. Nothing there, nothing there. We're done with the basilisk thing now. That's awesome. Super awesome. Weird statue guy. Can't do anything with him. Dang it. Do I gotta find the axe somewhere else? Okay. Well, I feel good about finding this little pot thing. So that's cool. That's great. As a matter of fact, we'll go back to my other notes. I'll say the basilisk thing is done. I'm just going to cross it out. And with that, give me just a moment. I'm going to blow my nose real fast. Oh, look at that thing. I hope I didn't screw the game up. Oh, I should have saved. Hold on. I'm gonna mute. Test, I'm back. Okay. Hopefully I don't have any fuzzies on me. Alright. Does it look okay? Does it look right? I think it's right. I think everything looks right again. Okay. Here we go. Back to it. Are we done with this room for right now? I guess so. The tools bother me. I feel like I should be doing something with those. Okay. Whoa! Sure. What's this? Another elevator. Another puzzle. Okay. Wow, that is a lot of movement. Dang it. at it. Now, the recording that we had earlier did say something about going to the second floor, which I'm not sure what floor I'm on right now. Still remember this music. I hope I'm going the right way. Okay. So we're missing a painting. Okay, we're missing a lot of paintings. It's just to go to the elevator again. This room isn't creepy. Start with left. Window not. Cool. Chest. Whoa! Can I mess with his chest? No? Okay. Can't mess with the bed. Oh. Can I mess with the chest now? No. Okay. I keep hearing weird stuff. Creepy painting. Okay. Freaking great music. I love this music. Journal. Weird photo. Dear Joffrey. Ooh, this was way before him. I'm addressing this diary to you. I know you are only 4 and too young to read. It pleases me. Tomorrow the adventure begins. I start teaching at college. I have made the decision to drop the title Sir and go by Professor Winterlot. What do you think? Oh my god, how long is this? Okay. I'll try to read these. We're still in 1959. Dear Joffrey, this isn't a college, it's a football fan club. I went to one of those. No one wants to talk about archaeology, only the latest football score. They'll wake up when I show them some of my more controversial discoveries. I do, however, have a minor problem. My department head has given me a ridiculous curriculum outline to follow. I have what? I have misplaced it? Oh, I have conveniently misplaced it. Nice. You rebellious fool. Dear Joffrey, a little later in the year. I miss England. Something like America, it is very lonely. Oh, while I like America, it is very lonely. I was hoping to form the kind of relationships with the students here that I had with my professors at Oxford, but that doesn't seem possible. Today I heard one of the students refer to me as Wendell Nut. I am going to finish out my teaching contract and then see what the future brings. I will go to London for a short visit for Christmas. Next year, I have purchased some land outside this little town of Mount Pleasant. When I saw the outcropping of rocks, it reminded me of the Cumberland, I think that's Cumberland, where the summer house is built. The minute I saw it, I pictured a museum standing tall above the trees for all to see. Can't you see it, Joffrey? An archaeological museum of the strange and unusual. A place where only you and I know its secrets. That's cool. Dear Joffrey, today was a momentous occasion. It was groundbreaking for a Professor Windelnot Museum of the Strange and Unusual. I have found the like this sort of title. What? I have found that Americans like this sort of title. The entire Chamber of Commerce was there, including the mayor. Had I attempted to build this museum in England, I would have been laughed at, but here I am respected and admired, and not because of my money. Nice. Dear Joffrey, the chairman of the Chamber of Commerce came to visit me today. He can't comprehend the need for secrecy during the museum's construction. I think he is a construction contractor and is greedier than I first believed. He grew quite red in the face as I tried to explain to him that the people of this town must know nothing about the museum's secrets. If they did, it would defeat the entire purpose of the museum. I must remember to write you a letter extending my apologies for the absence of Christmas this year. Oh, at Christmas this year. It's 1960. Alright, 2 years passed. This is the third Christmas away from you. The museum is more work than I have ever imagined. Between arguing with the mayor and disputes with the out-of-town contractors, the museum will take much longer than I expected to build. I'm so glad I have your picture to keep me company. And that's the weird baby picture. Alright, 3 more years. Jeez. I just returned from Central America. I found some remarkable artifacts from the museum, and upon my return, the contractors informed me that the stonemason had gone on strike. I don't trust the contractor, and I must look for another one. At this rate, the museum will never be finished. Starting to get down on himself. All right, 1970, which this should make Joffrey 14. I am now totally self-sufficient. When the mayor threatened to deny me an electrical permit, I ordered a generator from Germany. It was installed last week, and the museum is humming along beautifully. Nice. 2 more years. Dear Joffrey, your mother has broken my heart. We saw this letter. She's broken my heart by asking that I refrain from contacting you. I've said contract too many times in the past few minutes. I refrain from contacting you. It is true that I have forgotten your birthday once or twice, but I have always written you and sent gifts. Perhaps it would have been prudent to have written her once or twice. Ouch. Yeah, dude. Yeah. But perhaps Mary Elizabeth is right. Your future is important. I miss you, and now I can't even let you know it. 1972 again. I received a newspaper clipping from my accountant, Joseph Whitney, regarding your acceptance to Oxford. Nice. I'm glad to know what you are doing. I'm having a hard time getting up in the morning. I had a clock added to the tower. I had a clock added to the tower observatory. I have set it to wake me up every morning at 5:30 a.m. It has no AM or PM functions, so it will remind me again that it is time to eat at 5:30 p.m. If only I will remember to set it. Okay. 1973. The museum. I remember a clock. I think that's important. I think 5:30 is important. Some of this stuff might seem spoilery, but clock observatory. Okay. I do remember some of these clues, so forgive me if this stuff just comes out of the blue, like I know stuff, but I feel like that's important. 5:30. You guys remember too. The museum forward with usual exhibits reaching completion. Today the laborers installed the finishing touches to the Mysteries of the Deep. It is the first completed exhibit, and I wish you could see it. The current labor are from Mexico and are very patient with my rusty Spanish. We get along well, and the work is going faster with them here. Okay, cool. 1974. My Spanish is getting better. The Mexican workers have told me a South American legend that I have never heard of before. They say that there is blank of the legend. There is Prague of the legend in Lima, Peru, among the remains of the German archaeologist. I am more excited than I have been in several years. When the clock chimed at 3:15 a.m., the opposite of my 3:15 tea time, I was so excited that instead of going back to sleep, I got up and began writing to the authorities in Lima. Okay. 3:15. That's tea. Tea time. And then that one was wake up and dinner. I have pretty much just as bad of handwriting as he does. But at least I can read it. Okay, 3:15. I was so excited that instead of going back to sleep... Oh yeah, alright. 1977. After lengthy negotiations, I have convinced the local government in Lima, Peru, to sell me the possessions of Siegfried Schwartz. I am now anxiously awaiting the shipment of the artifacts. Nice. So another month. The legend, pottery vessels and stone tablets are every bit as amazing as the Mexicans had led me to believe. The legend revolves around demon spirits that are imprisoned in the pottery vessels that I am now in possession of. Mr. Schwartz was rumored to have been killed by the spirits, and the vessels were so feared that the story made its way into Mexico. I was about to open one of them to investigate, but the Mexican workers panicked and threatened to leave. I have decided to call in an expert to read the stone tablets. Okay. 2 years later, Professor Edmund read the stone tablets. He said the original translation were very accurate, if over-dramatic. I have placed the vessels in a tomb-like display of their own. The Mexicans became so obsessed and disturbed about the vessels that they left last week. They feared that someone would break the seals. I believe there is something mysterious about these vessels. I will have to curb my own curiosity. Alright, so another year without the Mexicans. The final touches of the museums are going very slowly. I fired another team of workers today. I think I will spend the next few months devoted entirely to finishing my own collections. I am so tired of fighting with laborers, and there are still many display cases that need filling. I made a trip into Mount Pleasant today. A very odd thing happened. The strange boy with the curly hair kept staring at me. And taking notes in his notebook. I say strange because I thought I knew everyone in Mount Pleasant, at least by sight, and have never seen him before. He reminds me of myself as a boy. Could that be his son? I saw the boy again, or should I say he saw me. It was such a nice fall day that I walked to the post office. Upon my return to the museum, I noticed he was following me. He tried to be discreet, but failed miserably. Every time I paused, he would stop and write in his journal, or tie his shoe. 7 times he tied his shoe. I wonder why he was following me. Dear Joffrey, I've decided to have my hair cut today just for an excuse to see the young man again. I asked the barber who he was, and he said he didn't know his name, but that his father was the new professor up at the university. As luck would have it, the young man followed me home again. I had to struggle to keep from laughing because someone else was following him. It appeared to be a rather young lady who was doing a better job of following him, and he was following me. This is becoming quite a good mystery. I almost hate to depart for Africa in a few days. So those are probably the missing kids that we saw in the newspaper clipping earlier. Dear Joffrey, sorry. Two momentous things happened today. First, I received your letter. It was all I could do to keep from picking up the phone and calling you. Instead, I will write you. I want to use just the right words. After so long a time, words are very important. That's a good way to put that. The second thing that happened was I finally came face to face with a young man again. He is working at the bookstore. Surprisingly, he asked me several questions about the museum. I purposely stared at him for a long time. I know that was evil of me? Really? I know that was evil of me, and he got quite red in the face. At the very same instant, from behind a bookshelf, the girl that had followed him earlier was staring at him too. When I return from Africa, I will invite both of them to my museum and test some of my best puzzles on them. Wow, that was a lot of reading. Woo. Okay. Interesting. So we got a couple things out of that. We got the times 5:30 and 3:15, which I'm pretty sure are significant. Other than that, I got a little history about Professor Windelnut. All right, let me out of this thing. I want to look away. Okay. Okay, creepy statue dude. Can't do anything with you. Man, every once in a while I feel like I hear something weird. Is this what he was talking about? It's set to 5:30 now. That's noon. That's 7:45. So 3:15. Noon again. $3:15. So it was already set to 5:30. So I'm gonna leave it on 3:15. Nice lamp. Lamp. Curtains, okay. Okay. We should save. Save! GrimCygnus. And that was not helpful at all. We got the markings on the bed. Weird dragon. Can't do anything with that picture. He didn't hide anything in it, right? Okay, good. Still can't do anything with the chest or the crest, which I'm not sure if I ever will be able to. There's no paintings anywhere. Okay. That was weird. Holy crap. Okay. these at all. Done! Finish! It's ominous. Beep, beep, beep. I feel like we're making progress. There's nothing in this little bitty room, right? Okay, so now we're back in the office. Oh, that noise is gone. Interesting. So if we hear the noise and we don't do anything about it, it'll move on. Interesting. I had to say my game is GrimCyg, because GrimCygnus will not fit. So there's that. Okay. Onward! Alright, let's explore slow. Transforming Masks. The Cannibal Society of the Kwakiutl Indians of the Northwest American coast wore these spectacular transforming masks during the winter initiation ceremonies. These masks represent birds and monsters associated with man-eating spirit. The man-eating spirit. Whoa. Whoa! Oh! What's that? What the hell is that? Crap. So this is another bottom. I have no clue what symbol that is. So we're gonna say crystal on a couch? Crystal on a couch? Transforming masks. Oh yeah, what time is it? Seven? Just so happens to be New Year's Eve? Yeah, New Year's Eve. Today? Tonight? Whatever, right now. So you may start to hear fireworks. I'm hearing it in the background, so if you're popping or anything like that, that's what's going on. No plans for me since I got sick, but oh well. This is still fine. Okay. So we're gonna... I'm still gonna take the bullhead for right now. I'm gonna leave that weird couch with the thing. Okay. Okay. We'll save that. So we're gonna try to continue exploring left. Hey! Hey! Hey, give me that. Huh. I don't want to go in the door yet. I just want to look around. Okay, lobby. Transforming masks. Okay. Whoa! That was a lucky click. Okay. Save. Wow. I hope that's good. The items in this case were found in a Mayan ceremonial cave in British Honduras. The jade skull is one of the largest jade items in the world. Oh, you mean the thing that's not there? That's broken? Great. Great. Okay. I don't think any of these vessels do anything. Now, I came in this weird side door over there, so we need to explore that big double door. What the hell is this? Okay, can't do anything with that now. Professor Winternaut's Museum of the Strange and Unusual. Welcome to the world's most unusual museum. Share the excitement of the explorers of the past as you discover the strange and wonderful world of the ancients. Solve puzzles meant to confound sages of the past. Here's your first one. Scattered throughout the museum are hundreds of amazing items. Find the following exhibits. Giant eagle's nest, Viking burial, myth of the werewolf, legend of Deros, tomb of the Exupi, two-headed Celtic god. Oh, okay. Is that in my flashback now?
Care to refresh your memory?
Good, it is. What's the scrapbook? Okay, alright. And now we got this thing. Okay. Okay, sorry, excuse me. Lots of saving. Save everything. Okay. So we got that. We're done with this desk, because that's stored in our flashbacks, so that's fine. Okay. Let's look over here. I don't... So we got doors. It looks like the front doors, don't they? I'm gonna guess those are the front doors, which is super weird. Okay, there's the staircase. I'm not gonna go up there yet. That's a lot of blank space. That's a lot of nothing. Again, a lot of nothing over here. Okay. Holy... Oh! I know what that puzzle is. Those look like the north, south, east, west symbols from the Egyptian book.
Care to refresh your memory?
And pull it up just for anybody else that hasn't seen it yet. Here we go. Egyptian hieroglyphics. Those. Awesome. Okay. Just for right now, though, I'm going to hold off and... I'm going to hold off on this, and we're going to do the maze trick. We're going to keep heading left. Oh, weird. I didn't know I could get close to that. Okay. I wish I could take the axe out. I know where you go, axe. You're not supposed to be there. And I wonder if I should have turned that fountain on. Whatever. Okay. So if we keep exploring left, that's the room we came out of. We checked the transforming masks. It's got one of those little pot things, a little crystal on the couch. And now we haven't checked this door. Clicking the books, clicking the... Oh! Oh. It's not a bad idea. Let's leave the bullhead there. Top. Bull. I'm gonna call this the library, I guess? Library, question mark? Sure. Looks like it's got a triangle top. I wonder if I don't know where it is. I was gonna say, I wonder if I should hold on to it, so if I find another bottom, I could just try it on that bottom. The other two bottoms that we've come across that look like, well, whatever. The other two bottoms that we've come across, I haven't been able to combine that with those. I don't think. Excuse me. Okay, weird, creepy picture. Great. Candles, awesome. Can't do anything with that. Ooh. A cryptographer's attempt at deciphering ancient South American pictographs. South American... So this could be to do with Mexico. Oh, snap! Symbol of fire. Hell yeah, so we're right. That bottom means water. Ashes. Bees hovering around beeswax. Lightning. Cloth or reeds. Huh. Okay. Used for metal. T for tree. Dead tree. Or wood. And then symbols for crystals. That's supposed to be reeds? That's so weird. Sand and earth. Burning water. It would be assumed that this would include petroleum products such as tar or oil. Okay. Stone. Jade. Cool. Awesome. I think that's super duper important.
Care to refresh your memory?
Nice, and that's right there. Okay. So, still don't know what the bowl means, but now we know that we have the bottoms for water and cloth. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that was the symbol that he drew. The following manuscript is translated from stone tablet originally found by the looters in Mochi Valley. The tablets were found among the possessions of Siegfried Schwartz, who translated the glyphs. Our thanks to Professor Edwin Rasmussen in Pennsylvania University, who added the comments and footnotes to the original text. Yakten, scribe to Macambo, do keep the record of the Exupi. Upon the instruction of Matkambo, I write these words that ye might not wither and die. 22 years, 4 months, 13 days after his joyous birth, Matkambo crowned himself king of Zapana. To celebrate his ascension to the throne, he decreed that there would be no bloodletting that year. That probably means human sacrifice. Duh. 5 days after the second moon ended, a hideous evil swept through the land of Zapana. Many people were mysteriously murdered as they slept. There was great lamenting. Macambo called a gathering of his priests who offered sacrifices unto the gods. They reported that the gods were angry with Macambo, for he had not offered up sacrifices when he was crowned. They allowed Zabalba, guardian of the portal to the underworld, to unleash the snake god's children. The snake god's children, called Exupis, were evil spirit creatures who hated the people of Zapana for their beautiful skin and healthy bodies. At night they crept into people's beds, slowly sucking the ka out of their sleeping bodies, leaving each one a shriveled corpse. The priests of Matkambo prayed and offered up sacrifices for several days, but nothing could stop the Exupi from stealing the ka from the sleeping people. Footnote: Schwartz seems to prefer the Egyptian word for life essence or soul over the Zapana word zipan. Okay. Macambo offered himself as a sacrifice to the gods, hoping to save his people. It seemed doubtful that Macambo seriously intended to sacrifice himself, but rather intended this to be a public gesture. The moon goddess Ishil took pity on Macambo. She gave him special vessels and talismans of magic that might entrap the Exupi. He gathered elements from the earth, stone, wood, water, wood, jade, wax, linen, fire, crystal, and more, one for each vessel. He placed one element in each vessel as instructed by Ixchel and offered up incantations. 15 days after the sixth moon ended, Macambo waited for the Exupis to come. Creeping silently on spirit wings, the Exupi again entered the rooms of the sleeping Zapana, but the elements in each vessel called out irresistibly to the snake god's children, slipping into the vessels to answer the call of the elements. The Exupis were trapped as Macambo and his priests quickly sealed each of the vessels with its talisman. In gratitude, to Echel, the people began to sing praises and offer sacrifices to her. Listening to their songs, the snake god knew Macambo had imprisoned the Exupi. Unable to free his children from the powerful spells that now confined them, the snake god instead blessed the Exupi with a horrible new power, so that if ever released, each Exupi would have the ability to assume the element that called it to its vessel. Fearful that somehow the seals could be broken, the Exupi released again to terrorize people of Zapana. Macambo hid the vessels deep in a tomb deep within the earth. He concealed the tomb under layers of heavy dirt and boulders to keep the Exupis securely hidden from the world, hoping they would never be discovered or released. He ordered that these events be recorded and buried with the vessels. Therefore, I, Yatkin, end this record with the words of Macambo. You are already in danger as you read these tablets. Heed the warning of Macambo. Break not the seals that hold fast the Exupi, lest you lose your life's ka. The translation of Siegfried Schwartz's ends here. Followed are a few comments added by Professor Rasmussen. For an amateur, Siegfried Schwartz was an extremely gifted translator who made few outright errors. However, he did miss some minor nuances. The stone tablet goes into much more detail about the vessels themselves and how they were used. Apparently, it was very important that each animal or human-shaped talisman and vessel match each other exactly. The markings on each vessel were meant to indicate the element that was placed there. There was the added warning, if any exupi is freed, it cannot stray far from the vessel that had imprisoned it until it finds a replacement entity to take its place, presumably some unfortunate human. Huh. Okay. The search of the unexplained. Holy crap. Give me just a minute. I'm gonna go get some water. Throat's starting to get a little scratchy. I'm not sure how much longer I'll be able to go, but still having a great time with this. I'll be right back. Smart water. Okay. As a matter of fact, let me put that there. I'm gonna mute myself real quick and blow my nose. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Again, I am sick. I wish I was streaming this game under better circumstances, but been really looking forward to it. Couldn't wait any longer. It's good water. Smart water. Okay. The Birth of Understanding, Chapter 1. This book is what again? In Search of the Unexplained. I had a privileged but unenlightened birth. I was the second son of Sir William George Windlenot. What? The Memoirs of Sir Hubert Windlenot. Oh. Okay, so the professor wrote this. I had a privileged but unenlightened birth. I was the second son of Sir William George Windlenot, Earl of Runcombe. Because my great-grandfather Charles Windlenot was granted an earldom after he defended the king, the Windlenots have a noble heritage to live up to. As was expected of Windlenot, I went to all the proper schools and graduated with honors from Oxford. Upon graduation, I married Mary Elizabeth Worthington, a woman of title. Before long, the lure of ancients proved too great for me. I found myself in Egypt, obsessed over the great knowledge they once possessed. Standing at the base of the great Sphinx, I felt reborn as it whispered to me of the mysteries of the past. I knew then I must devote my life to bridging the gap between myth and fact, for I sincerely believe that all myth is based on fact. Yeah? Oh, those look cool. Chapter 2, The Mysteries of the World. In 1938, I made a startling discovery. Similar pyramids equal to the glory of the Great Pyramids in Egypt were constructed in parts of the world by civilizations that had not contact with each other. My paper on the subject gained me election to Endelberg's Royal Society at a young age of 30. I did not express my true feelings in the paper, however, for membership was very important to me. I did not express my true feelings in the paper, however, for membership was very important to me. I knew that some extraterrestrial being had inspired the construction of these buildings, and so I ventured into archaeoastronomy. The more I researched and visited these sites, the more convinced I became that mortal man alone had not built these. As I spoke of my feelings, I was ridiculed and accused of hallucinations. I searched for 6 years for proof of my beliefs. In 4 seemingly unrelated civilizations, I found the following pictographs, each one buried within pyramidal tombs. Yeah. So it looks like people with rays coming off of them. Possibly flying saucers. Spaceships. Maybe landing pads or symbols. Sorry, guys. Throat's starting to hurt, so I might not be able to go too much longer. See if I can finish this room at least. Another person with rays, another spaceship, person with rays. Cool. You will notice that while the images from each location are different in order, they all contain what appears to be a flying saucer, a man in a helmeted spacesuit, and some sort of solar schematic. These similarities are too close for merely coincidental. Professional ridicule. I admit, dear reader, I am guilty as anyone desiring respect and fame. I was driven to pursue enigmas that science could not explain. Fame came at an expense of respect. Even with the indisputable proof, I was ridiculed by my peers, and I brought before my colleagues proof of the existence of beasts long thought to exist only in myths. In a tar pit in Turkey, I unearthed a creature that could only have been a griffin and was accused of fabricating it out of several prehistoric animals. The pterodactyl, the raptor, and something else. Pterodactyl, raptor. Damn, I already forgot. Okay. In a cave of the Himalayas, I found a mummified creature with one eye in the center of his head, Cyclops, and I was denounced for having paid for freaks of nature. In many instances, I was accused of being naive and falling prey to the tricks of others. Is it any wonder that I resigned from the Royal Society and came to America to search for my academic acceptance? I sacrificed my marriage, my heritage, and my home to prove my theories and fulfill my dream. I dreamed of a museum that would house the artifacts that I collected, where others would see my vision. There's the unicorn. That's it? Okay. So I've gone through a few of these. And unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to stop the stream at this point and the recording. The throat is getting really dry and hurts. So, yeah. This has been a pleasure. I'm going to stop playing right here. As a matter of fact, we'll save. GrimCyg. Great.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay. All right. Again, the game that I've been playing here is called Shivers. If you want to find it yourself, if you liked what you saw here and if you think the game's pretty cool, you can find it. The place I found it was GOG. If you just Google search GOG, you'll find it really quick. And it's really cheap. Go to the store page real quick. And again, it's $4.79. This is made by Sierra Activision. Just a regular point and click. It was made in 1995. It's crazy. I'm definitely going to keep playing this game. I'm definitely going to keep putting these videos on the internet and streaming for whoever wants to watch. I'm enjoying myself. Only reason I'm stopping right now is just to make sure I can save my voice for hopefully tomorrow. Right now it's 7:30 Eastern time. I'd like to jump on again tomorrow. Probably going to be early afternoon, so maybe about 1 or 2 p.m. Eastern time. I'd like to jump back on. But it should be sometime. If not then, maybe a little bit afterwards. I may try to work out a schedule for future broadcasting, but we'll see. I'm going to take this slow and just do what comes natural. But that's it for right now. I'm GrimCygnus, and for those who watched tonight, thank you. For those who watch later, I am going to post this on YouTube, or at least attempt to. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. If anybody has any comments or anything like that, feel free to either email me at grimcygnus@gmail.com. I'll answer any questions or take any feedback that you guys have for me. Yeah. Or if you can, leave comments wherever these videos end up going. With that, thank you again. I hope everybody has a fantastic New Year's, and I'll see you in the new year. See ya.